Howdy and hello, I'm Doe, hope you're doing good, and today we have a guide for Kiriko, the new support hero in Overwatch 2, who's actually pretty fun and cool. You have your basic kit, healing ofuda, your main heal, channel burst of healing talismans that can seek targeted allies. It actually aimbots them if you're aiming at them while channeling the ability the entire time. The talismans are actually projectile, they each heal 13 health, you get 2 talismans per pip, 5 pips per burst, and that's 130 total healing. So overall, it's actually pretty good. But you have to be tracking your teammate the whole time you're casting the ability. And if you're doing it correctly, you'll see yellow talismans. If you do it improperly, you'll see blue. And these talismans can get blocked by terrain, like walls and stuff, or blocked by shields, and eaten by defense matrix, just to name a few things. For Kunai is a thermal projectile that deals increased critical damage. It does 40 damage to the body, 120 to the head. You can 2-tap a DPS.
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
3, 2, 1.
Don't do it. Oh, nice. Okay, phew.
It is actually sick, dude. Like, it's a good time. It's a projectile, it throws pretty well, pretty fast, no damage fall off, but the projectile does have a slight drop off on where it actually lands the further you are, so that can be kind of weird to get used to. For abilities, you have Swift Step, a teleport. You can teleport your teammates to buildings, through wherever. It's a 35-meter range, same for heals, by the way. And this can just get you out of terrible situations. It can get you back in the fight quicker. Yo, teammates, come taxi me. One of the best abilities for escaping a fight as a support. The cooldown's also very short. I believe it's like 7 seconds. Kiriko's other ability is Protection Suzu. In Future Armor, there's Death by Snoozu. In Overwatch, there's Life by Suzu. Throw a protective charm, basically a little flask of sorts, to make allies become briefly invulnerable and cleansed of most negative effects. It basically makes them flat out immune to a bunch of stuff. Yo, Diva Bomb directly on your face. Suzu, you just lived. Nothing happened, you're fine. It does have a very brief moment of invulnerability. It's like a second. So it does require good timing on the Kiriko's end and decent aim because the range is like 5 meters. It's not like a giant AoE blast radius. But folks hit by it are also healed for 50 HP. Your passive is a wall climb. You are a Shimada. I think your mom trained you and the other homies, Genji and Hanzo, how to climb walls and do freaking hood rat stuff with bows and kunais and shurikens. So, good parroting skills, I suppose. Now for her ultimate, Kitsune Rush. I think it means Fox Spirit in some kind of language that's not English. Summon a Fox Spirit that rushes forward, accelerating the movement, attack speed, and cooldown of all allies that follow in its path. And at one point, Zen was an absolute unit. It's best used when you have your whole team with you. It also makes your cooldown replenish 3 times faster, which is insane. This video is sponsored by me. Make sure you use credit code OhDough in the big game store. It helps me out a ton. Also, liking and commenting on the videos does a lot. Enjoy the video, and thank you. Now for some Kiriko tips. Also, I moved, so scenery change, and I got sick, so my voice changed. Life is crazy. Make sure you actually healed Kiriko. Crazy thing, but the most important tip I can give you is that Kiriko is a good healer and you should be trying to heal with your freaking fortune cookie paper. Make it rain on the homies. Just keep them alive. You can do a decent job at that. Don't sit there spamming shurikens, and especially if you're not hitting anything. If you can't hit the broadside of a barn, don't sit there spamming shurikens all the time. And on the topic of healing, if you want to, you can use Protection Suzu to actually heal teammates a bit extra. But be careful because it has a long cooldown and it can be very useful to keep teammates alive during certain ultimates and for certain abilities. So far I've said what you shouldn't do if you can't land shurikens. If you can land her attack, make sure you're actually playing aggressive in the back lines, going for DPS picks, support picks. You can do so and teleport out using Swift Step like it never happened. Live, monkey. That's all living. When using Swift Step, you also cleanse things like Anti being hacked, On Fire by Ash. You can cleanse those abilities by teleporting, and sometimes you can do so even if you're not trying to escape. You're just trying to get rid of the negative effects, like close to your teammates. Swift Step also acts as an iframe. If Diva bombs in the sky, you have nowhere to go to, no teammates to teleport to that are behind walls and in safety. You can TP to a teammate who's in the line of fire of the Diva bomb. If you find yourself off the map, use Swift Step to teleport to a teammate if they're around. Using Kiriko's ultimate properly, make sure you have a clear path, nothing's blocking it. You can be using your Protection Suzu 3 times in total during your ultimate. Once before you cast it, once again, and then you get it back after the ultimate's all said and done. So that's actually a total of like 150 healing and 3 instances of invulnerability, which can be kind of nice. So make sure you're using that ability during the ultimate wisely, I suppose. Reinhardt is an insanely good hero paired with the ultimate because Reinhardt can't have his hammer blocked by many things. Like only Genji can deflect it. Aside from that, and Orisa, I guess. But aside from that, no one can really block the damage, and it gets extra movement speed. He's swinging like crazy. As Kiriko, you attack faster in your ultimate. You also heal faster, and your heals recharge quicker. So your healing is much stronger. Maybe you can't land many shurikens, so try and heal more. I'm just saying, like, just gauge whether or not you'll get value doing one or the other. It's beneficial to use Kiriko's ultimate to build ults for your team and to rush enemies, and make sure you have your full team alive to use the ultimate in most cases. There's times where you can't, but if you can, make sure that's the case. Kiriko's good and bad hero matchups. Kiriko is nuts at playing against Junker Queen and Ana. Junker Queen, you can throw a knife at an enemy, and Kiriko can cleanse the knife. It does drop the knife. Remove the dot, and if you ult a whole team is Junker Queen, Kiriko can cleanse the anti and remove the bleed or the damage over time. Ana, you can remove anti as well, also sleep, and I think you can remove being shattered from Reinhardt. You can remove stuns from teammates. It's kind of crazy what it can be doing in that scenario. The bad matchups are playing against Diva because she can eat your healing, your grenade. It's rough, as OhDough, as well as Pharah and Genji. Like, Pharah is hard to hit as Kiriko. If you're not headshotting people, you're not doing much damage, and letting 5 body shots on Pharah is gonna be rough. Is it possible? Yes. Difficult? Yes. Genji, you gotta headshot the dude, and he's got the freaking deflect. What? He's got all kinds of stuff. He's not a big deal per se because you can shift away. So I wouldn't say it's a terrible matchup, but it can be rough. If a good Genji's on you, I would just play Moira. That's just me. Overall, Kiriko is insanely fun to play and a very difficult hero to get the full value from. And I'm very terrified of when she becomes playable and ranked, which is very soon. I'm trembling in my boots, brother. My raincoat and my boots. It's gonna be a rainy day, and I'm scared. Like, this is gonna be rough, but try her out. She's a great time, very fun. And when you land shurikens, when you 2-tap a DPS, that feeling is phenomenal. Like, she's creme de la creme fun. That's the video though. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. I fucking hit that. Oh my god, the FaZe Clan signed me. I'm nuts. I'm also poor, please. Actually, Moist Esports. I changed my mind. Moist Esports. I lost my voice. I'm actually handsome. I want to... Isn't that something, bro? Isn't that something? Why is May getting the short on the stick? May need to buff. May need to buff. It doesn't cleanse it.
Loser.
What the F? Rolled.